Good evening, guys. Shall we start the session?
Good evening, I'm Krishna. So, I'm ready
Yes.
to.
Thank you, Navanita Krishnan.
Yes.
Yes. Today we are going to explore on important and highly relevant topic cybercrime and ethical hacking. The legal boundaries for engineers. Let's start with some basics. Cybercrime, it refers to illegal activities that carried out using computers, networks, or the internet. This could include hacking into these systems without permissions, stealing data, even spreading virus, or even financial fraud through the digital platforms. In simple terms, it's someone use technology for harmful or criminal purpose that falls under cybercrime. On the other hand, ethical hacking is just the opposite in intent. It is legal and authorized hacking done with permissions, usually by security experts, to identify the weakness in the system before real criminals can exploit them. The companies, even the governments, and even defense organizations hire the ethical hackers to strengthen their digital security. Now, as future engineers, you are not only going to design and develop the systems, but also ensure they are safe, reliable, and secure. This means you must clearly understand the legal boundaries between what is considered a crime and what is considered the ethical practice, because it is most important, because the technology itself is neutral. It's how we use it that matters. On engineers with strong technical knowledge, I mean technical skills, would either protect the society or that the cause serious damage if those skills are misused. So, knowing the difference between cybercrime and ethical hacking ensure you stay on the right side of the law, contribute positively to society, and also safeguard your own career. So, throughout these sessions, we will discuss some real case studies, then the legal frameworks and the example where these boundaries matter, and how you as engineers can use your knowledge responsibility with the responsibility. Types of cyber crimes. The first one is identify theft. Stealing another person personal data or financial informations to commit fraud. How it's happened? Because the fake websites trick users into giving credentials, then database leak, expose usernames, passwords, Aadhaar or PAN details, then key lodgers or spyware capture the keystrokes to steal login details. So, here, what are the impact we faced? Because the victims may face financial loss, bad credit history, or even legal issues also. Example, the fraudulent SIM card activations, online banking theft. These are the example of this. I mean, identity theft. Then malware or ransomware attacks. You know that malware, the malicious software designed to damage, disrupt, or gain unauthorized access, include virus, worms, even spyware. Ransomware, it's a specified malware that encrypt data and demand payment also. Here, what are the impact we faced? Loss of critical business data and high recovery cost also. You know that average ransomware cost per incident is greater than $1 billion. Yes. So another one is Daniel of service or distributor Daniel of service. Double TOS. Distributor Daniel of service. Daniel of service, it's overloading a server with request so that it crashes or become inaccessible. The distributed Daniel of service, it's same concept, but the attractors use multiple terms. Often, you know that infected computers to scale up the attack like that. In this case, what are the impact faced? Because downtime of websites or app, example e-commerce site, online exam, banking portals, right? We face many times for this problem. Then huge financial and reputational losses also. Then data breach and unauthorized access. When confidential data, example some medical records, even financial informations, then trade secrets, even that crypto or normal stock trades is stolen or exposed without permissions. So here what is how it's happened means weak password, some that mis configured cloud storage, maybe insider threats. So maybe these are the reasons it's happened. Then so okay, what is the impact of data breach as well as unauthorized access means? The company face regularity penalties also, even user loss trust, right? The user also just lose their trust. Then cyber bullying and online harassment. Using the digital platform to intimidate, threaten, or humiliate individuals, the form of sending abuse or harassing messages, then you know that circulating morphed images or fake news. So the impact is psychological distress, yes, especially among young people. In server cases, the victim may face depressions or self-harm also. So these are the yes, these are the ethical hangers, yes, uh, also involved in the crime. The thing is, not only for the one or two things, it's maybe it's happened continuously. Even the online harassment also, many peoples are faced many problems. Yes, not only the youngsters, even the middle age women's as well as some peoples, yes, that political level, then top level peoples also face such a problem regarding this. Finally, the example here, I'm just giving one example, that is WannaCry ransomware. It is a very famous cases in 2017. What happened means, that WannaCry was a ransomware attack that used a Windows vulnerability called, that internal blue. Once a computer was infected, it spread automatically to another system on the same network. So the victim file were locked. At the same time, the attractors demanded a random of, that dollar 300 to dollar 600 in Bitcoin, like that. So the scale of damage is here. In that cases, it's affect 2 lakhs plus computers. At the same time, 150 plus countries within 3 days. So the industries hit included even the healthcare sector, banking sectors, telecom, transport, and government organization also just to be hitted. So estimated financial damage of this WannaCry ransomware attack is $4 to $8 billion globally, because 150 countries at a, within 3 days it should be heated. So why this much of spread so fast? Because the many organizations were using outdated Windows systems without security batches. Then the lack of proper network segmentations allowed the virus to move freely inside to large networks. So the notable impact for this WannaCry ransomware is UK, the National Health Service. Yeah, shortly we can say that NHS. UK NHS, the patient record were inaccessible. So more than 3,000 surgeries cancelled. So you just to think that it is the notable impact of that attack. Second one is Indian Railway, especially the ticket booking systems affected. So, but positive side is, yeah, the age of 22 years old boy. Yes, the name is Marcus. It's a UK boy. It's one of the researcher accidentally found a kill switch domain that stopped the spread temporarily. So this showed how the ethical hackers and security researcher can save their day when cybercrime strikes. So it is very famous in that cases. Even that that Marcus UK also, the UK person, the Marcus also very famous after that incident. So these are the things is happening here. Who are hackers? Normally, when we hear the word hackers, many of us immediately think of the criminal sitting right in a dark room, breaking into the system. But in reality, hackers are not all the same. The term simply refers to someone who has advanced technical skills in computer system, coding and security. The difference lies in how they use those skills. One is block hat hackers. Normally, these are the bad boys, bad guys, because these use their skills for illegal and malicious. I mean, malicious means it's a hateful or spiteful purpose, like stealing the data, spreading malware, or hacking into system for personal or financial gain. But white hat hackers, it is just opponent. Yes, these are the ethical hackers or security experts. They work legally with the permissions to test and secure the system. The companies, government, and defense agencies hire them to find the weakness before blockheads exploit them. Their work is help in building strong cybersecurity defense. Grey hat hackers. These fall between black and white hat hackers. They do not always have permission, but often hack system just to prove they can. Sometimes they report vulnerabilities to the company after breaking in, but since they did not without concern, it still cross large, the legal boundaries. Here I'm just giving one case. It's Kevin Mitnick. It's a very famous case, one of the most famous hackers in history. In 1980s, the mid of 1980s to 1990s, he was a black hat hacker, breaking into phone networks and corporate system. After being catched and serving prison time, he later turned into a white hat hackers, helping companies improve their securities. Based on that, Kevin Mitnick, many film also, yes, Bollywood, Hollywood films also, they just to be taken the same concept after being catched and serving, that then turned into white hat hackers, helping companies for their security purpose. So his story shows how the same technical skill can either harm the society, at the same time it's protect the society also, so depending on how they are used. So the key message is, being a hacker itself, it's not illegal. It is the intention and authorization that make the difference. As a future engineers, you may have skills that hackers use, but your responsibility is to apply them ethically. Cyber law in India and globally. To understand ethical boundaries, we also need to know the laws that govern cyber activities. Cyber laws vary across countries, but all aim to prevent the crimes like hacking, theft, and data misuse. Cyber laws in India, the primary laws into the Information Technology Act 2000, later amended in 2008. It covers the area of some sections. Section 66, yes, hacking and unauthorized access to computer system. Then section 66C, it's identify the theft. Section 66D, it's cheating by impersonations. Then sections 43 and 66E, unauthorized downloading, virus attack, even violating someone privacy also, it's a punishable. So here the penalty is fine up to several lakh of rupees, even the imprisonment ranging from 3 to 7, depending on the 7 years, depending on the severity of the cases. Then general data protection regulations. It is a Europe Act. Its a main intention is data privacy protection. This act is introduced in 2018 by the European Union. It's focused on data privacy and protection of individuals. So the key features of this general data protection regulation is, the companies must take explicit concern before collecting or processing the personal data. Then user have the right to the forgotten request deletion of their data. Then huge penalty. Suppose it's anything happen, it's a huge penalty is 20 million European dollar or 4% of global turnover of the company. So example, the big companies like Google and Facebook have been fined under GDPR for mishandling user data. Then Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. It's a USA Act, the US law that address the unauthorized access and fraud involving computers. Covers like hacking, stealing government or military informations, then spreading malware. So the penalties also it's very high and long term imprisonment act also. So even up to 20 years imprisonment also it's happening. So widely used the high profile hacking cases in the US, the penalty for unauthorized access, whether in India or Europe Act or USA, even unauthorized access, hacking or data misuse can result in fine as well as imprisonment. So the law are becoming stricter as cybercrime grows, and the engineers must be aware of the legal consequences of misusing their skills. So as engineer, you must not only focus on technical innovations, but also stay aware of legal frameworks. Cyber laws, it's ensure technology is used, that responsibly as well as that protecting both organization and individuals. Then here I am just giving one case for ethical hacking goes wrong. Let's look at a real scenario that highlight why the authorization is so important in ethical hacking. A group of grey hat hackers discover serious vulnerabilities in a bank online systems. Their intention was not to steal money or harm the bank. Instead, they want to prove the flaws existed and show how insecure the system was. So they went ahead and hacked into the system without permissions. Afterwards, they contact the bank and said, look, your system is vulnerable and we have the proof. Now here it's a twist is, even though they did not steal data or cause any financial losses, the bank treated this as a serious crime, cyber crime. So the hackers faced legal actions because they crossed the line of authorizations and scope, right? So why did this happen? Because the ethical hacking is only legal when the organization give permissions and define the scope. So what can and cannot be tested? Here the without concern, even if your intent is good, but it is still considered unauthorized access. So the under cyber law, like the Indian IT Act, US Computer Fraud and Abuse Act wise, it is unauthorized access. So here the engineers want to be learned from these cases. Good intention are not enough, right? Even though always respect the boundaries of ethical hacking. Work only within the agreed scope and with proper authorization. This case shows us that in cyber security, legally matter as much as morality. So remember, crossing the legal limits, even to do some good, can still land you in trouble. So please keep on that mind. Then here I am just giving their second cases, bug boundary success. Now let's look at a positive side of ethical hacking, how it can actually create the career opportunities. In 2016, Indian security researcher, the name is Anand Prakash, it's discovered a serious flaw in Facebook login system. The flaw was simple but dangerous. It allowed someone to log into any Facebook account without knowing the password, just by manipulating the password reset process. So instead of exploring this vulnerabilities, the Anand reported it directly to Facebook management through their bug bounty program. So the Facebook verified his findings, fixed the flaws, and rewarded him with $15,000, about that 10 lakhs at the time of Indian rupees, for his responsible disclosure. So this case shows us two very important things. One is ethical hacking is not only legal but also respected. The companies encourage the security researcher to test their system with permission and reward them for helping keep users safe. The second one is career opportunities. Many engineers today build full-time careers as ethical hackers. Even that penetration testers or bug boundary hunters, some even earn more than traditional IT jobs. So in these cases, we just to be take away using your technical skills ethically with authorization and responsible disclosure cannot only protect the society but also open up high paying global opportunities also. So the ethical hacking, wrong versus right. The first cases, it's showing they are wrong, but the second case is explaining the right. So the first case, the ethical hacking got wrong, but the second case is the bug boundary success, right? In that first cases faced legal actions under cybercrime laws, but in the second cases they reported it responsibly, so through the bug boundary program, so automatically Anand got the reward of dollar 15,000. So here what we can take away from these two cases: unauthorized hacking is crime, but responsible ethical hacking is recognition plus rewards. Then what is the future of cyber security career for engineers? Because the future of cyber security crime career for engineers, as technology become more advanced, right? So do cyber threats, this means the demand for skilled engineers in cyber security is growing faster than ever. So let's explore some of the exciting career path available for you in this field. One is the ethical hackers, the penetration tester, the professional who stimulate real world attack on system to identify and fix vulnerabilities. So they are the authorized attractors helping organizations stay one step ahead of black hat hackers. Example, the companies hire the penetration testers before launching the app or payment gateway. The second job opportunity is cyber security analyst. These experts monitor the system a network for suspicious activities. They analyze the threat, detect breaches, and ensure real-time protection. Think of them as digital security guard working 24 by 7. The digital forensics experts, they investigate cyber crimes after they occur, work closely with law enforcement to recover detected files, even trace hackers' activity, and gather legal evidence. So, the critical role in solving crimes like identity theft, even fraud, and ransomware attacks also. So, the next one is compliance and risk managers. Focus on ensuring organization follow cyber laws and data protection regulations, even IT Act, yes, GDPR, Europe Act, yes. So they evaluate that risk and create policies so companies don't face fine or reputational damage also. So ideal for engineers who also have an interest in management and law. Then security consultant. Work with multiple organizations to design security strategies, provide advice on firewall, cloud security, encryptions, and cyber risk planning likewise. Then often work as a freelancer or with consulting firm offering flexibility and global opportunities. So the cyber security, it's not just about preventing attack, it is a thriving career field. So the engineers who combine technical expertise with ethical responsibility can build rewarding global career as defenders of the digital world also. For example, maybe you having some questions in your mind. If I'm just going to take that any one of this role, yes, what skill I needed, right? If some of the students having that questions in your mind, yes or no? Anyone? It's okay. So what are the skill is needed? For example, yes, yes, Karthik, tell me. You don't have any questions in your mind? Okay. For example, ethical hackers. Yes, or penetration tester. If I want to choose the career of the role of ethical hackers, means what skill I needed. Example, networking, that the Python knowledge, then explicit development, then web securities. These knowledge, those who are having Linux, these are the skills are needed for ethical hackers or that penetration tester. For example, cyber security analyst. What skill needed means the security monitoring, that some log analysis skills, then incident response skills. These skills are is needed. It's we can say that STEM knowledge. Yes, basic background of science, technology, engineering, as well as maths. STEM knowledge background, the academic background is needed. Then we having their knowledge of security monitoring, log analysis, likewise. Then if you go for the digital forensics expert, the skill is needed for data recovery, file system analysis, then that reverse engineering knowledge, then legal procedures in evidence handling, then compliance and risk managers, the first you want to be compliance knowledge is needed. For example, the IT Act, yes, then global data privacy law, yes, risk assessment framework, that much of skill is needed. Then if you take that security consultant, you needed for designing secure architecture, then cloud and network security, then client advisory knowledge skills is needed, then strong communication skill needed for security consultant role. So here I'm general advice for your for you. If choosing a solid engineering or IT degree, it's a foundations, but the certification or the differentiator in cyber security, they prove practical knowledge. Hands-on practices is more important than theories. Guys, actually, the upskilling and reskilling also most important nowadays. Yes, because you having their academic certificate, academic degree, yes, that is most important. But if you want to survive your career, or if you get a job immediately, or in long term, you just to be survived in the job means in that particular companies, or getting their good job from branded companies, means you need their reskilling and upskilling, right? So reskilling, that is, that you having their one skill, but you want to be unrelated. For example, you having their digital marketing skill, but you don't have that leadership skill, means you want to be learn their leadership skill also. But anyway, the digital marketing skill is different between leadership skill, right? So this is not a same path. That is reskilling. The skills also want to be diversified. That is reskilling. Upskilling is you having their digital marketing skill, the same you want to be learned for the digital marketing related skills. Yes, the upgrade skills you just to be learned, it means that is upskilling. But anyway, the reskilling, upskilling also most important. It is a continuous process nowadays. The learning, it is a continuous process. We can't able to stop it, because that the technology integrations, then lot of global changes, automations, circular economy entry, then remote and hybrid work methods changes. So in these factors impact involved, so you just to be upgrade as well as reskill your thing is most important. So you just to be get it from some skills, you can survive in the companies in a best position also. Many people's having their mind, after intervention of AI automations, we can possible to lose our job, right? But it's not a thing. You can lose your job for some physical related work. For example, the robotics, just to be replaced for warehouse monitorization, supervision, supervisors job, everything should be replaced for robotics. Means you automatically having their skill to learn some technical skills for other department, means you can shift that department. So that time the AI or automation, it's not replacing your job. So that is the purpose you want to be learn their reskill or upskilling. Okay. Now, what are the challenges and ethical dilemmas? Because now, while cybersecurity and ethical hacking sound exciting, they also come with serious ethical dilemmas and challenges. uh, the gray areas. Sometimes the researcher tests a system without explicit permissions, but then report the flaw to the organizations. The question is this ethical On another hand, they helped prevent a possible cyber attack. So on the another hand, they broke the law by accessing without content. Yes, without some consent. So this is the classic grey hat dilemma. Engineers must remember legal boundaries matter more than the personal intentions. Second one is security research versus legal risk. The security researcher often push boundaries to discover vulnerabilities. However, even if their intent is to improve security, they may face lawsuit fines or even jail time if they did not have authorization. Example, some researcher in India and abroad have faced the legal trouble after publishing their false publicity instead of through responsible disclosure. Then balancing innovations versus privacy. Engineers consultancy innovate with technologies like AI, IoT, cloud, and biometrics, but at the same time, they must respect user privacy also. Example, collecting too much personal data may make a system efficient, but it risks violating data protection law and user trust. So the ethical dilemmas, how many data collection is justified for better service? Where do we draw the line between innovation and privacy rights? So as engineers, you will not only to solve the technical problems, but also face ethical decisions. Knowing the difference between what is technically possible and what is legally, ethically acceptable will define your success in the cyber security field. Then the key takeaway. As we conclude, let's summarize the key lessons from today's sessions. Cybercrime is rising with more dependence on digital cybercrime cases are increasing globally. The engineers have a responsibility to design secure systems and protect security. Then ethical hacking is legal only with permission. Hacking skills themselves are not bad. It is the way you use them that matter. Without authorizations, even good intention can land you in legal trouble. I already told that one cases also, right? So the cyber law protect both companies and individuals. Laws like India's IT Act, Europe, yes, JDPR Act or US CFAA ensure that the personal data privacy and the digital systems are safeguarded. So understanding these laws will help you avoid mistakes and build trust in your work. Then career opportunity also exists if done legally. So ethical hackers, security analysts, the digital forensic experts and consultant are high demand worldwide. With the right certifications and legal practices, the cyber security can become a rewarding career path. So as a engineers, your skills are powerful and choice is your use them responsibility to protect and innovative, or misuse them and risk several consequences. So future of your cyber security depends on ethical, skilled professionals like you. Okay, or you got it? I hope that These sections not only to giving their topic of cybercrime. Yes, it is. I feel like that it's giving their awareness about your future career also, because nowadays you know that everything AI intervention, automations, the fully technology integrations, each and every sector, each and every companies, each and every department involving their system process. So in future, lot of job opportunities are available in the cyber security careers. So you develop your skills, it's definitely you get their proper as well as professional job as well with high pay. Okay guys, if having any questions, please, I'm expecting one or two at least from your end. Anyone? It's
Questions,
okay,
ma'am.
you
We
don't
clear.
have any question. Yes, please. Yes,
No
Naresh.
questions, ma'am. No questions, ma'am. We are clear.
Oh, thank you, Naresh.
Thank you.
Any other students? Jasbir.
No question, ma'am.
No
Thank
question,
you.
madam.
Hamid. Jobain.
No question. Thank you.
Yes, Niyash, please.
Yeah, no question. Thank you. Thank you.
It's okay. You don't have any questions. Please leave the sections. Thank you.
Okay.